Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be making a stock analysis of Caterpillar. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And of course, remember this isn't financial advice. This is purely for entertainment and educational purposes. Now, what does Caterpillar make? Well, they make machines like this. Now, as you can see, they make all kind of industrial products such as articulated trucks, asphalt pavers, backhoe loaders, coal planters, drills, drag lines, forest machines, hydraulic mining shovels, off-highway trucks, pipe layers, you name it. They make everything in this sector. And the reason I like this company quite a lot is, of course, what do we need those trucks for? That is when we're going to have to rebuild Ukraine. I do think a company like Caterpillar is going to absolutely soar because we're going to need every single one of these products because, of course, we're going to have to rebuild an entire country. Now, let's get back to the stock. As you can see as well, it has had quite a nice run recently, all the way back in April. As you can see, it's trading at the high 200s, and now we're trading at the low 400s. It has had an absolute blast recently, which is absolutely insane. Also, given the fact that it actually missed their earnings and revenue, which is quite interesting. But overall, I just do think that people are starting to see how important Caterpillar is going to be when we have to rebuild Ukraine, which I do think is coming sooner and sooner. Now, if we make each candle a day instead of an hour, as you can see, overall it's just a rock solid company, just generating more and more and more. That is because they are so niche, and there are very few companies that build the same products as Caterpillar. We only have one proper competitor, which would be Volvo, and they don't make nearly as many products as Caterpillar does. But there is something I am a bit worried about, and that is because they use a lot of steel and iron, and I'm not sure how the tariffs are going to affect them. Now let me just make each candle an hour again. Now, as you can see, it's quite a decent sized company with a market cap of 204 billion, so quite big. And as you can see, the beta on this is quite low, 1.27, meaning it is a bit more volatile than the average index, but then again, it is an industrial company, so what did you expect? And the dividend yield of this is decent at 1.4, but there I am not quite satisfied with them. As you can see, they have been reducing it more and more and more, which is quite unusual for an industrial company that usually just has the same. So of course that is quite annoying. Also, as you can see here, as they are generating more and more annual revenue and in net income. So of course that is something we don't like to see. Now, as you can see here in the earnings as well, they're guiding a bit up and down, and they're surprising and disappointing sometimes, which is quite alright because they don't disappoint by that much, and they don't surprise by that much either, which means they're quite much in tow with how much they know how they're going to guide. Now, as you can see here in the financials, how they make the money, they are in all kind of different stuff. But as you can see, the main thing here, as you can see, construction industry, energy transportation, resource industries, and so on and so forth. As you can see, that is by far the main bulk of their revenue, which of course is what I showed you, which the machines I showed you earlier. Now, the performance of this stock, let's just go back 10 years, like so. As you can see, it's quite nice. As you can see, most of the years we are positive in double digits, which was 2 poor years, but overall just absolutely amazing performance. And again, they are so dominant in the sector they're in, so of course it is a great company. Now I don't own it at the moment, which I really don't know why. I've never really thought about buying them, but I'm definitely thinking about buying them once the war in Ukraine. I think it's gonna stop. Of course, I'm not sure when it's gonna stop. Now, of course, I'm not a fortune teller, but when I think it's within 6 months, I'm definitely gonna buy up in this stock because I think it's gonna absolutely boom once we have to rebuild Ukraine, because I do think a lot of companies in Europe is going to donate some of their equipment to Ukraine, and of course then they're going to have to buy new equipment themselves. Recently, we've also been quite nice in the RSI. As you can see right here, we have been between 70 and 50 quite a lot of times, and as well we have been here in the overbought. Now, if you know what overbought is, that is when we're above 70, we are moving upwards quite rapidly. As you can see here, of course, we have been moving quite nicely, and as well up here between 70 and 50 in the upper channel of the RSI, which is in meaning a stock is trading upwards because we have upwards momentum. Then when the stock has downwards momentum, as you can see right here, it's between 50 and 30, and once it's oversold, it's down here. That is when it's falling rapidly. But overall, it has been had a quite nice run ever since April of this year. Now, technicals for this stock is a strong buy for the day, and for the month it is still a strong buy. Not even a single sell signal at all, and doesn't surprise me because the technicals are absolutely amazing on this stock. Now, the 1-year price target average is a bit down. As you can see, it's down by 6.5%, which actually surprises me quite a lot because we have 13 strong buy, 2 buy, and 13 hold. So maybe the analysts need to reiterate their analyses because overall it is just performing like absolute crazy at the moment. Annual EPS, they're estimating to increase more and more, which is absolutely nice to see. And as well, the annual revenue is going to increase more and more. And I do think that the second we have peace in Ukraine, they're going to generate at least 10 billion more in revenue, and I'm not even kidding. That is at least my personal estimate of the stock. But I do think this is a bit pessimistic. I do think we're going to see the stock end about 480 by the end of this year. I know it's quite a lot, but I just think it's performing absolutely crazy. That was my video on Caterpillar. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to see more videos like this, please leave the companies from its analyzed in the comment section below.